Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Conspiracy Corner. I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
Yeah, we got a very special guest. It's scary how she killing these hoes out here. You understand me? Destroying them. Number one earner. Just had a new series drop with the homie Jade, the lesbian homie part 3. You got damn me, ladies and gentlemen, back in the building for the first time on Conspiracy Corner. We have Persphanii.
Nice, real horns.
I love getting the horns. I love it. Thanks for having me, guys. I've never been on this, but I do enjoy a good conspiracy.
Oh yeah, we got some good ones today.
You damn right. Mm-hmm.
So we starting off today with a pretty famous one. You know, this was so famous it made it into the baseball league. There's a DJ that's named after this. This is the Jersey Devil. Have any of you guys heard of this?
That sounds hella regional. It could be a real monster. It could be a real monster. I wouldn't even care if it's all the way in Jersey. Like,
Jersey is pretty far away. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, what about Jersey? Even if I was in New York, I'd be like, "Where's that?" I'd be like, "What part of Jersey?" They'd be like, "Any part." Not just like, "Ah, we're fine."
But you know they can travel because we did the Mothman. I don't know if that aired already, but when we did the Mothman, they went from
Mothman.
Yeah, the Mothman. It started off like on the East Coast and went all the way to Chicago, I think. So these things can move, for sure. Steph, have you heard of this before?
Sounds crazy.
Have you heard of the Jersey Devil?
Mm-mm.
Not even the DJ that's like
Devil.
Jersey Devil.
No, I thought you were talking about a baseball team.
Yeah, it's a hockey team actually.
Hockey. Oh, it's a hockey team.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, shows how much I know about sports. Jersey Devil also drops mixtapes. You never heard the drop like New Jersey Devil?
I've never heard of that DJ before.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Are you sure it's a DJ?
Yeah.
Wait, Pat, is this you? Are you the Jersey Devil DJ?
I'm telling you, this mixtape off on mixtapes. Let me see. I've heard that drop.
His hair covers the horns.
I've never.
Dang it! Nothing comes up when I say that. Damn it!
You are him and he is you. Okay.
Pat, look
I know I didn't.
His pictures right now. He typed in Jersey. It's just him with his different hair.
Damn it! There's nothing that says New Jersey. I know I didn't make this up. I know I did not make this up.
Like those superheroes that can conceal their shit by just putting on a pair of clear glasses. That's how Pat's hair is for this.
He takes a
okay. It's NU Jersey Devil. Cool. Okay, I didn't make it up. He was DJ for The Game, Fat Joe, Lil Wayne, stuff like that. Okay. But anyways, I digress. Okay. The real Jersey Devil.
The little roast.
Forget y'all. All right. So the Jersey Devil is a legendary creature said to inhabit the Pine Barrens of southern New Jersey. Descriptions of the Descriptions of the Jersey Devil vary, but it is commonly depicted as a bipedal, kangaroo-like creature with the head of a goat, leathery bat-like wings, horns, small arms with clawed hands, cloven hooves, and a forked tail. It is often said to emit a high-pitched, blood-curdling scream, which is awful. Hippie, we got any
just the one on there, just that horrible.
Yeah.
That is probably the worst, like the scariest one I've seen.
That's one of the worst, because you can think about if it can fly, imagine it flying up to a point where you can't see it and then nose diving you, but headbutting you with the ram horns. There's no way you're not gonna die.
But if you look at like the older. So what'd you say?
Whenever I see depictions of like animals that are like fused together, like this one has bat wings and a goat horn, and it has like a chupacabra type body. It's just scary to me. Like this is the thing that nightmares are made of.
Well, that was the only scary one I've seen. I don't like this one's titties. Wait,
I was just gonna say, pull the titties back up.
That's crazy. Why does it have
titties up?
The smile though, that shit look goofy. That shit look goofy
That's
as hell.
post birth. That's
Show the one with
definitely
the long
post
neck.
baby titties right there.
Yeah, see, like that's scary, but not that scary.
That's
You know, it's kind of
funny.
goofy.
The head makes it look like Donkey from Shrek.
It's a little goofy. It's a little on the goofy side.
It just
Yeah.
it looks like a children's depiction of what this monster might be, but they don't know how to draw that well, you know.
But supposedly these are, I think those were some of the earlier depictions of it. I did a search on my own too, and I couldn't find any like outside of that first one that Hippie put up. I couldn't find any like up to date depictions or drawings of it. So
Related.
possibly, oh, you might have died out. That's another thing. Like we never know if these things die off. We think that
That's
they're like
true.
spirits or like monsters that live forever, but they could die off. They might have been eaten off of like only people who had polio, and then polio kind of died down. They was like, "Fuck,
Damn.
ain't no food in this bitch."
Scurvy.
I never thought of that. Like the person who saw the original Bigfoot could have been dead because I mean it is like an extinct missing link type of thing. I never thought of that. So here's the historical background. The legend of the Jersey Devil dates back to the early 18th century. The most common origin story involves a woman named Mother Leeds. According to folklore, Mother Leeds was a witch who had 12 children. When she found out she was pregnant with her 13th child, she cursed the baby in frustration. Damn.
Wait, what was that name? Mother what?
Mother Leeds.
Mother leaves it in. Am I right?
Wow. I didn't know witches were smashing like that. And then she cursed her own baby instead of wearing a condom. That's the craziest part. But she got pregnant 13th time. She was like, damn it. Cursed the baby in frustration, proclaiming it would be the devil. On a stormy night in 1735, Mother Leeds gave birth to a normal child, which then transformed into a horrifying creature with wings and flew into the Pine Barrens. I've never heard of somebody cursing their own baby. That's insane.
It is.
But
I mean, even back then. I'm sorry, what'd you say, P?
I said, who's the dad? Like, how does that happen?
Satan.
They should have been having sex like with her riding. You can't get pregnant. She can't get pregnant if you're riding.
That is not true at all.
No, because gravity, Pat.
No, yeah, I know, but that's not true at all.
You know?
I mean, even when you shoot it up, it doesn't go as far because the gravitational pull kind of yanks a nut. So, like, if it would go this high in missionary or this far in missionary, when you go on riding, it only goes like this because gravity is like, get your ass back here.
Well, I'm not sure because, like, witches are known for riding a stick. Am I right? All right, let's keep going. Early reports and sightings. 18th and 19th centuries, early sightings of the New Jersey Devil were sporadic. Local legends and oral traditions spoke of strange, unexplainable occurrences in the Pine Barrens, often attributed to the devil. In the 1840s, there were reports of livestock killings in the region that were attributed to the Jersey Devil, with locals describing a creature that matched its terrifying description. So I guess people from different decades, different parts were describing the same crazy thing. There was in 1909, the most famous series of sightings occurred in January 1909. Over the course of a week, thousands of people across New Jersey and southeastern Pennsylvania reported encounters with the creature. Reports included stuff like this: footprints. Mysterious hoof-like tracks were found in the snow across numerous towns. There were also eyewitness accounts. People claimed to have seen the creature flying, attacking animals, and even engaging in confrontations with humans. In one notable account, firefighters in West Collingswood claimed to have hit the creature with a fire hose, describing it as a winged kangaroo-like animal. That's pretty. I've never heard of like the fire department doing eyewitness account because they don't even need attention. Most of the time when people are like, I saw an alien, they're just looking for attention. But firefighters hitting it with the hose is crazy. And then the final one is school and business closures. Fear of the Jersey Devil led to widespread panic, resulting in school closures and a decrease in business activities as people stayed indoors. So this was way more than a couple people seeing it. The fire department got involved and the school system closed.
Damn.
That's pretty.
School's out for some.
That's a crazy reason to stay home from school. Just like I didn't go to school today because the Jersey Devil. Like, What?
Yeah,
Who named
I
it?
mean, like you. So I mean, most of these stories sound kind of consistent. That's always my thought, though, when a lot of these things were established before like modern publication and accurate depictions and any type of photographs or anything like that, because you're basing the reality or the basis of this monster on hearsay, and people tend to exaggerate when they're telling stories
Embellish.
because they want to have exaggerate and embellish because they want to have the best story around the campfire. So I wish we had more photos of this. Like I said, even when I looked, I didn't find a whole lot of depictions of this one,
The
but I
18th
wish we had
century.
more to go off on, because this one seems like it's a lot of like just passing it down and talking, but no actual hard evidence of this. I mean, it was in this right here.
This is the newspaper.
This the newspaper one right here.
All right, it says fly rival of Leeds Devil has Jersey people frightened. Hoofprints in the snow, whirring noises in the air, and other uncanny manifestations reach Bordentown and Mount Holly after making sensation in lower counties where natives remain indoors after sundown. So this was spreading city to city. It wasn't just Pines. What was it? Pine Groans or something. Okay, this is from 1909 in the Trenton paper. So this had people so shook. It made the
Made the newspaper, local
newspapers,
newspaper.
and it
Man,
was moving around.
now
For
this
me,
is the shit that made me laugh right here.
that looked crazy. That
That
looked.
was dumb.
Bro, I
Look at the
don't
shoes.
believe they had that much money to give to whoever could catch it.
Why is the
250,000
tail
is
so
crazy.
little?
Right.
Look at
His
how
legs are
skinny
250,000.
crazy.
And his legs. He got flamingo legs. Goddamn me. He got a jump rope tail. He got bat-like wings.
Can we see it again?
Yeah.
These look like a bunch of parts of an animal that just don't go. It's
Right. He
like
got a donkey head with a giraffe neck. And then
Damn.
rams
bat
for
wings, a
horns.
chicken body,
The screams is
flamingo
crazy.
legs. Yeah, that's insane.
The
But
That's
scream
my
is
wild.
crazy.
thing, I think, is there was no social media back then, no internet back then, so the word couldn't really spread like that. So I think what does make me like tend towards believing that this creature existed was the fact that you guys said there were so many different regions that kind of reported seeing the same thing, but we didn't have like a mass way to get it out like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know they had runners and stuff back in the day to, you know, deliver mail and messages and stuff like that. But I don't know, for so many people in different regions at different times to see the same thing. But I also think about in this day and age, how come we don't see nothing like this? We don't see none of these type creatures
What you mean?
ever.
You
I don't
remember the
think,
mall with the giant aliens?
but nobody saw them.
Exactly.
There's no,
Um,
I can see if people was drawing pictures of them, but nobody drew no pictures, no nothing. So it was just kind of like,
Right.
oh yeah, we reported seeing this, but we didn't get no pictures or nothing, no drawings, no nothing. So
Yeah, I wonder if, like, with the alien technology, if they have something like a EP, what is it, electronic pulse gun or something like that, something that fried all the stuff, or um temporarily disabled it so they couldn't use their phone or something like that.
they say ghosts do that. Like every time you like ghost hunters be trying to like take pictures or recordings, it drains the battery and messes up with like the frequencies and stuff. So it definitely is possible. My whole thing is like it's crazy the audacity of the branding. Like, can you imagine you thought you saw the devil and you're like, oh my god, the Los Angeles devil? Like, how did they know it was just in New Jersey? They thought like a specific Jersey devil is kind of crazy as opposed to
like
just
Jersey to think they are more important than they are.
well, what about the like different religions who kind of report very similar creation stories who but it's based on their own kind of their
Yeah,
own
it's still no
culture
real
and religion,
document.
but it's still kind of similar across the plains. It might be similar to that. You know,
Yeah.
you might have a
It just
South
sound like
Carolina
branding.
Yeah, it sound like
blood
it just got
devil.
some traction and just kind of picked up. But maybe shit was so boring, niggas was like, yeah, we got to make something up and make people come here and shit. Because just like we were talking about on other things, sometimes when people hear about shit, they want to go check it out. So maybe they were just trying to get their Michelin star on.
That would not make
Did
me
they say
travel.
what he did, or did he just was just like, "Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm here," and then did
No, they
off?
said
Like,
that he was taking like livestock.
oh, he was
and animals
eating.
killing it.
He was killing livestock, doing regular alien shit too. Like he was eating livestock. He was making weird noises, weird footprints, and then they said that he had like a blood curdling scream. I don't know. The craziest thing to me is that the fire department hosed him and said it was a winged kangaroo like animal. Like that's more official. Usually, anybody associated with the government come out with lies and like excuses. But that was
the fire department.
You said what?
I said, but not usually the fire department. So I agree.
The nigga that worked at the fire department was the same one that ran the newspaper.
Very small town.
Dipping.
Right.
So that was in the early 1900s, but there were modern sightings and interpretations too. So it continued into modern times, which had varying degrees of credibility. In 1951, a group from Gibbstown, New Jersey, they claimed to have seen a monster matching the devil's description. So it had a sighting in 1951. Also in 1960, several residents of Mays Landing in New Jersey reported hearing screams and encountering a creature that frightened local residents and led to a minor media frenzy. And then as early as as recent as the 2000s, there were sporadic sightings continuing to be reported, often accompanied by photographic or video evidence of dubious quality. These accounts typically involve fleeting glimpses of a strange winged creature.
I wonder if it was just that human-sized bat. It was probably just that human-sized bat.
You talking about that photo of that bat that's upside down?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but isn't that like regional? That bat is not. That's not. What's the word I'm looking for? That I didn't think that was in America. Basically,
I think that picture made that bat look a lot bigger than it was. I did a video on that, and that bat isn't like. It looked like a dude in a sleeping bag, but it wasn't like our height, But I mean, also, it didn't look like a kangaroo. It still looked like a bat. If everybody's saying it looked like something with a goat head and a kangaroo body with wings.
Mm-hmm.
I just be wondering, because you know how if you're unfamiliar with certain animals or certain species, our brains kind of fill in like details, so it's kind of like those stories where people will tell one story and then you ask the person to tell it back to you and it's the details are slightly different. So I wonder if it was just an unfamiliar species.
Yeah, the embellishment and the adding on when somebody else is telling it, especially like if you never like heard the story, you just heard. I mean, you never spoke the story, you just heard different people tell it. Like you hear 3 different people tell the same story, you're gonna get 3 different versions of it. So when you finally tell it, you're gonna make your version the best out of those 3.
Mm-hmm. So because it's like if you tell them like, oh, I saw goat horns or whatever, and the other person that saw it, like, I didn't see goat horns. You sure that was goat horns? Oh shit! So when they go tell, they be like, "Oh, well, such and such saw goat horns on there. I didn't, but that message might then go to that's just the skeptic in me."
Mm-hmm. Well, that actually leads us to skepticism and rational explanations. So the Jersey Devil legend has been met with skepticism from scientists, historians, and folklorists. Several explanations have been proposed for the origins and persistence of the legend. Which is crazy. I feel like if you were a folklorist, you would be believing a lot of stuff. I don't see why there's folklorists hating on this. But the number one would be hoaxes and misidentification. So many sightings could be attributed to hoaxes or misidentifications of known animals, such as sandhill cranes, which have a significant wingspan and can produce loud, eerie calls. Now, if I just looked up a sandhill crane, to me, it would be really difficult to think that was the New Jersey Devil. But if it had a giant wingspan and was screaming and you're out at night and you already are scared of the Jersey Devil, I could see you seeing that and being like, the Jersey Devil, even though it doesn't 100% match. And they got like tiny heads and stuff. Is it possible, Hippie, do you have any photos of the sandhill crane?
It looked like a swan.
Yeah, it's like a swan, but I mean, if it's screaming, you'd be like Jersey Devil, like just to make it match all the stories you heard. But if you were to really like take a picture of it or look at it, doesn't really look like
Don't
it
really
could be.
match.
Right.
Mhm.
There's also some cultural and psychological factors. It says the Pine Barrens is a large, dense forested area that has historically been isolated and home to many local myths. The harsh environment and the region's folklore have likely contributed to the Jersey Devil legend as a cultural touchstone. So they're pretty much just saying that this place is scary and it has a whole bunch of myths. So and then historical context, the legend actually has roots in historical conflicts and social tensions, such as the rivalry between local families, which were later mythologized. I didn't know that was a word.
Mythologized?
Mythologized? That sounds a lot better. Mythologized into the creature's story.
But you sounded it out, Pat. You did your best, baby.
Yeah, good job.
Mythologized. Yep, mythologized into the creature's story. So I guess there was some family beef that somehow led to the origins of the story, which is kind of crazy. That must have been like somebody who was making fun of that witch or just regular lady for getting pregnant 13 times. And then by the 13th time, she was just like, yeah, she gave birth to the devil. I don't know how that would have led from beef from families, but potentially.
Why they call
You
her
don't
a
know
witch,
who she was fucking. You don't know who she was fucking. Maybe the person that she was fucking was somebody else's person, and that's what started it.
Yeah,
why they call her a witch, though?
I don't know. Besides the actual curse of the 13th child, there was nothing else that talked about her being a witch. So that's kind of crazy to have 12 regular kids and then the devil for your 13th. But
be labeled a witch. There's no.
So we talked about the cultural impact a little bit. It says the Jersey Devil has become a significant part of New Jersey's cultural heritage. It inspired various forms of media, books, movies, TV shows. It's also the namesake of the New Jersey Devils, which is their hockey team, not the baseball team. Right. And the legend is celebrated through tours, merchandise, and local festivals that draw enthusiasts and tourists alike. I wouldn't personally go to a city to try to find the devil, but you know how some people
does it even have any religious, like anything religious connected to it outside of the name?
Yeah, I feel like the devil part comes probably from the horns more than anything. Or you know, the fact that it's being considered evil, I would imagine, but I don't think it's like the same devil that we consider the big devil, like big OG devil.
Right. It's just one of his minions.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about the goat and the devil, but it's like every depiction of the devil is like either straight up a goat like this or like half man with goat legs, goat skull. Like those
are scary as hell.
Those horns, man. I'm telling you something with those horns. They don't be trusting them.
Yeah, but is that the only animal with horns like that?
Ram
and goat.
Does a ram have that?
But don't the ram like kind of curl?
They curve, but still, some of those depictions of the devil had.
Yeah, they gotta have big ones.
The scary
curly hair version.
Hippie, can you put the logo for the hockey team back up for the Devils?
Yeah, theirs are like it's like a.
I always thought that was a wrench. For the longest time growing up, I thought it was a fucking wrench, like vice grip.
It's the New Jersey's devil sitting down, though. You see how his legs are like.
Is that what it is? Is he sitting down?
No, I don't know.
I don't know if I was looking at his wings and he was like flying like. Can
we see it again? Oh, like an elbow?
Yeah, like his wings were back.
Oh, that makes way more sense.
And that's his tail at the bottom because he got the little pointed tail.
Right.
But what is that bend part right there? Is that the wings or?
Well, it's also the N, but I think
okay, that's the like N and the J.
It's like an N and J, yeah.
I never saw that N and J to this
saying
point
it like
right
a wings makes more sense than what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
The wing that's curved like this.
That's the N.
It could just be an N and a J with some embellishments, but
yeah, that's
the wing. The wing that's in front like this. It can be like that.
But you know when you sit on the beach and your knees is up and you kind of like
Yeah.
sitting back like this. That's what I kind of
Yeah,
I like
like
it. I
this.
like thinking of it as like
I went through
chilling.
that one too, but I never even considered it being the end of the day. Never. It's the right now. I didn't even see that shit.
Maybe you like sitting like this.
Exactly like the New Jersey Devil, just like sunbathing or something, just like.
But instead, he might sit like this.
I'm so dumb for not even
Sunny-
seeing that shit.
Sunny day in hell. It's nice out.
Sitting like he trying to catch.
That's how he be getting people over there. He be doing sunbathing naked, like, ooh.
He needed some shades.
Oh shit. All right. Well, was that it on the New
That was
Jersey
it.
Devil?
That's the Jersey Devil, man. It had a wanted
a weird
poster.
one.
That's crazy.
That was a weird one right there. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We also want to thank our special guest, Persephanie, for pulling up for an episode of Conspiracy Corner. P, you got anything you want them to look out for?
It's the Lesbian Homie 3. Check it out. It's really good.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. As always, I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
We'll see you on another episode, on the next episode of Conspiracy Corner. Peace, guys.
New Jersey Devil.